One of the most talked about and popular vehicles in all of social media is the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, also known as the G550 or G63 AMG. And on today's video, I'm going to talk about whether you should buy this car with the pros and the cons of the Mercedes G-Wagon. So when I first learned about the G-Wagon, I was actually in the military training in the Mojave Desert at Fort Irwin, California. And when I met some of the guys of the Canadian Reserve Army, I said, hey man, you guys are buying Mercedes-Benz for y'all's tactical vehicles? And the guy was straight up with me. He was like, yeah, this is what the government issues us. And I was looking back at my Humvee, I was like, that's a pretty sweet looking ride, man. And from there, that's when I started learning all about this G-Wagon. So one of the first pros that I learned about this vehicle was how well built it is. And it is built on galvanized steel frame, body on body. In addition to the G-Wagon's well-built frame, it offers a tremendous amount of power with its V8 twin-turbo 4.0 engine. The G550 standard model has horsepower that starts at 416, and if you get the G63, it can go all the way up to 577 horsepower. So provided its sturdy build, its powerful engine, the third pro to the G-Wagon is its unbelievable four-wheel drive capability, offering 3 lockable differentials. Other pros to the G-Wagon will include amazing safety features given its sturdy build, and number 5, for those who love to just go crazy on customization, you can customize this thing from top to bottom, and it can go anywhere starting in the upper $100,000 to $200,000 range into the mid 300s, depending on the customization that you're seeking in this vehicle. So unfortunately, with the pros of this vehicle, there do come cons. And starting with the cons is obviously trailing off at what we just last spoke about, is the price on these vehicles is extremely high. And honestly, are there alternatives if you were looking for an amazing four-wheel drive car? Absolutely. And the first thing that pops in my mind is probably a Land Rover Defender and or a Toyota 4Runner TRD. And as we talked about earlier, another con to this vehicle is when you get a powerful engine, the con to a powerful engine is your fuel economy is going to be pretty poor because it's anywhere between 9 and 13 miles on this engine. Now, provided its high price tag and its amazing ground clearance and utility as a four-wheel drive SUV, the only downside to the G-Wagon is it is technically built for military and off-roading, so it's not the most comfortable ride. For those who are seeking luxury with a little bit nicer cabin with more features and a comfortable, quiet ride, you're probably better off to go with a Land Rover product like a Defender for that. Oh, and the Land Rover is probably going to be a lot better price than the G-Wagon, because the G-Wagons you're looking at $200,000 when you can get into a Defender under $100,000. And for many folks, the expense of this vehicle only continues because insurance to own and drive this vehicle is extremely high. So not only are you going to be pumping this thing up with a lot of gas with its V8 twin turbo engine, you're also going to have pretty high expenses with servicing this vehicle as well as insurance costs. So keep that in mind if you're looking at jumping into one of these bad boys. So do I love the G-Wagon? Absolutely. Ever since I first saw it in its actual environment in training with the Canadian military, it is a sweet, amazing light utility vehicle. Unfortunately, in today's world, it's never really in that environment. Where do we see it mostly? Yep, that's pretty much where you're going to see it in its natural habitat these days. The G-Wagon is mostly found in mall parking garages, soccer fields, or any restaurant area parking lots. And the four-wheel drive capability, the most it's going to see is probably the second or third floor parking garage of a mall. Yeah. Unfortunately, very few people use it for its capabilities. And what probably pains me the most, as much as I would love to see people just kicking ass in this thing and really taking it for its full capabilities and power, it's mainly just going to be moving kids around from A to B. So unfortunately, you'll see it probably on asphalt 99% of the time. But if you ever do take it off-road, it is an awesome car. So in closing, should you buy the Mercedes G-Wagon? I will say this, if you're an outdoor enthusiast and you have the means to buy something that is so well made, go for it. However, if you just want the utility of four-wheel drive, believe me, you can get a Land Cruiser, a 4Runner, any kind of Land Rover product. Obviously, make sure you have a warranty on those products. But again, there are a lot of alternatives out there that will provide the same amount of utility as this vehicle for far less the cost. So with that said, definitely check out this vehicle if you have the means. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments about the vehicle, please jump in the comment section. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you all in the next one.